itself, this could be gamerlegion's lifeline gone from IEM Cologne. We'll have to see if Mongolz can do good by that in this pistol round. Blitz is already off to a bounding start down middle, and gamerlegion will chase him down.
Yeah, they want to try and punish him. He's still hanging around here over at the arches, but Blitz is so fast, as the name suggests. He's just in and out. Nails two. And keeps this in the advantage of the Mongolz. Now, gamerlegion are trying to get a bit tricky with this space they've gained over towards long, wrapping into the spawn, waiting to see if they can catch anyone on an early rotate. The bomb's still back over towards the long corner here. So gamerlegion will have to go back and grab that when they eventually look to go A. This could still be profitable for gamerlegion. Oh, they overrun these two site players, and the B guys, because they didn't have CT and gamerlegion had gone quiet for so long, these B players couldn't rotate earlier in the round. You were just split playing the defense as 2-2 for the Mongolz, so suddenly they've got to cook up a retake now, a man down.
Yeah, that's a really nice split timing for GL, clearing the bomb site together. Techno needs his immediate kill, or this round is never going to materialize, and he can get swung from the site. That's it from csgo. Nice shot out in the open. 9-10 just getting faced, and they'll finish what they started. gamerlegion, despite that being a 3-on-5, turn it on its head and win out the pistol round. Massive effort to do so. You like to slow down on long. And this was really clean, finding both backside players within a second of each other. So we're going to have Mongolz forcing up here. Scout a bunch of pistols. gamerlegion looking to return us from the madness that was Mirage.
.910 was so hard to deal with on that first map, but you kind of saw him missing a few of the shots he would have hit earlier in the series towards the tail end of it. So you wonder if he's going to be able to replicate that same form for the Mongolz.
Yeah, he cooled down, but we know we've got it. He's got it in him. This is a map where it's a great test for Neelan as the in-game leader to try and manipulate Mongolz and just make the right calls on T-side, avoid the stacks, throw the right amount of fakes, the right amount of XX. Let's see how he deals with the problems that Mongolz pose. A smoke down at the choke point, but this was only a fake out. gamerlegion will recommit with another volley. He looks like he wants to go through. csgo just spams the smoke. He never saw him. He gets that entry kill, massive opener, and the scout, surely no way it can win this round on its own. Does hit the headshot on csgo, but they're crossing in, they're climbing up and over. Adjustment is almost there, and Neelan will finish the job. So, as Inferno often falls, honestly, first couple of kills are enough.
910 does a really good job of staying alive long enough for this banana component to even be here before the bombs plant. It still doesn't look like it's going to give them enough of an edge, though. Blitz is getting triple swung. Everyone from gamerlegion just fighting the banana side. And so he will be left saving. Dude, that opener from csgo, though, that was a thing of beauty. Walking up to the smoke, just spamming out techno. That was very much the kill that kind of got the whole ball rolling on that B play. And a good sign for gamerlegion in this second half as they find the conversion with very few problems.
Definitely reassuring just to see them start off with a pistol and not get disrupted by the force. gamerlegion can actually play their game now, and we'll definitely be seeing tighter rounds in post-plants here on this T side after the way some of them fell back on the previous map. Some of the clutches, the 2v4s, the 3v5s, the few post-plants gamerlegion had in that second half. There were some over-peaks, the pistol especially. And so all these, which you don't really do on Inferno anyway, but especially not after the way that first game transpired. Should be seeing a very different gamerlegion here in map 2.
They don't check the sandbags. The nade had already killed 910 here, so it's kind of a util-based bait and switch for the Mongols. It's only going to net them the 1 kill. Thankfully, the rest of gamerlegion had already peeled away and had their eyes set on this A play. Inside of the site is Azteca, but they're deeper than he's ready for up the short side. And so this should just be a clean round now for gamerlegion. They get in. You're no longer worried. For the Mongols, you know, you got 2 MAC-10s here. Worth kind of hanging around and see if they give you anything. Every kill you get can pad out this bank account quite nicely. For someone mad enough like Blitz, I could even see him running it in a gun round.
Ooh, well, will we have it for the gun round? The question is answered very swiftly. Both exits come through for gamerlegion. And a clean, methodical start to this game. The Mongols are going to have to dig deep here on the CT side. That being said, from the previous Mongols and IHG rosters, I've seen very good T sides on this map. It's actually been CT sides that have let them down more often than not. But still, they can't let themselves get swept the same way gamerlegion did, with no room for error in that second half. Orp is out for 9-10. Neelan forgot his gun. He'll have to go back and find one. There is a Khalil left back in spawn. So Banana gets taken here by the Mongols. Azteca going through the smoke. Very ballsy call. But he will have full control and still the support of this AWP once they begin to fade. Even a flash as an option to go down the ramp.
Window flash was lobbed out, but no one reacted off of it. And there wasn't much back in response from Azteca to give up that he's pushed deep down Banana. You're going to expect it when you see this smoke in. And so, going to have to keep his wits about him, will Kioz, but the rest of gamerlegion are out in top mid. Azteca's still locked in this fight down at the bottom of Banana. His team are almost ready to get going, and Volt on the spam has displaced this site player. Zeno is blind as well as they flash out through the apartments, so this one will get overran. gamerlegion managed to get into the 3-on-3 as Blitz brings 1 man out of the round. That entices the Mongols to want to give this retake a go. Up through the short side, Akor's tucked in. Looking to swing out from the graveyard. Blitz spams all the way back at Moto.
Save. And
even though 9-10 finds that one, he's got a 1v2 ahead of him and a crossfire set up between the pit and site. This can be hard enough to navigate if you were 2 people here for the Mongols. With just 1 and just this AWP, it's not going to happen. Caught in the clutches, in the crossfire of gamerlegion, and with nowhere to go, a 4th round will appear for the GL side.
Yeah, it's a showcase of his confidence that he's going for that, but at the same time, you're trying to break into a pit site crossfire with an AWP, with no kit, with half the time ticked off the bomb. Those are not the rounds that you're ever meant to get away with. And even though the confidence is there, it just leaves you with almost nothing for this round. Am I crazy, or did the gun silencer stick through the wall, allowing Volt to spam? He seemed so sure a player was there. I don't know what info he had. Here's the 1 gun for Blitz, gone immediately. They even try and nade it away as they hit the corner. It's grabbed, but Azteca can't ready it in time. And so gamerlegion will just go into this B site.
Kioz up at the front. He's been a very, very safe pair of hands in these B entries, and this round's no exception of that rule. 2 from him as the point man, and still alive by the time that bomb's planted. That's exactly what you want out of your guy leading the charge into B. It's weird, because there's like a 2v3 in the B site for the Mongols, but like, firstly, they have no way of knowing that. And secondly, they're going to get pressured. Even if they find 1 kill here, suddenly you're going to have, Isaac looking to be a lot more involved, and all the way in the apartments, he's going to start to get a move on. Volt's creeping up through the spawn. So, not to say they could have won this. And 9-10 now realizes he is sandwiched, he is stuck, hoping he could find someone as they look to leave, but it's not to be. The scoreline kept flawless, much like the round for gamerlegion. And now that reinvestment is going to come through for the Mongols, but man, I don't know, you could kind of tell towards the end of that game, 910 was trying the same peaks he was getting away with. He was trying the same pretty ballsy plays. He was excelling in with his AWP, with his rifle, and it wasn't hitting the same. And it didn't, you know, they weren't far enough behind for that to ever be worrying, for it to ever prove worrisome. And the sample size was pretty small of those struggles. You did see a couple of missed shots, shots that he wasn't missing earlier on, and that can't afford to translate across here into the second map of this series.
That was bold.
Oh, Kios! More B entries from the guy. And so once again, he's just opened up a route into the B play. Blitz deleted as Nealon meets him in the middle.
Okay.
A dead man.
It's a different team, Harry. It's a completely different team. Gamerlegion looking invincible right now and hitting some bangers on their way in. This is what we expected from these players. Sure, Nealon's 9-0. That came out of nowhere, but we know what Kios can do on these early B picks. And he displays a great round here for Gamerlegion, even with Volt lurking for exits. He might just find this orb right below him. There's no one even looking. These are massive kills to get on the way out. It just puts Mongolz on flat pistols in the next round, and Volt's, oh, he's been spotted, but there's a second player here to trade, and now 910 fighting for his life. Oh, the jump spot is so good, but he goes back for more, and 910 will survive with the orb. That's something this time, and it's still Gamerlegion with a very quick evisceration on B. 3 kills in an instant. Mongolz, whatever the plan was there, it got torn to shreds, getting mollied at top B, getting split apart. Azteca caught jumping. Kios just goes through the edge of that smoke. Not a clean hold on the B bomb site for the Mongolz, and the timeout comes earlier this time.
Yeah, this is threatening for the Mongolz. You know, suddenly you're being asked to try far harder than it felt like you had to open this one up, right? And you're having to try and channel that same energy, that same bravado, that same confidence you brought to Mirage, but with none of the substance to back it up thus far. And, you know, I think even with how Kios ran into that, you know, knowing that rifles were going to be in play again, knowing that that's one of those swing rounds, you know, talk about a confident way to approach it. There's no doubting that he individually can feel a bit of a read on the game right now. And if that's the prowess that your point man is carrying up through Banana, then my goodness, you know, you feel bad for whoever you're up against that day. So you want to try and stifle Kios if you're the Mongolz here. You want to try and get him in his head a little bit. Because thus far, he has just been owning them over towards Banana. It has felt like he dominates this part of the map, and there's no point even facing him there.
And so they won't. They leave the AWP solo B, and they go for a 4-man A hold with a triple mid setup. Big change here for the Mongolz. But if Gamerlegion just want to, again, go back to what's been working, hit this B bomb site very early. 910 has to hit his first shot and then do more from the back of the bomb site. There's the opener. Smoke, not a Molotov. They can go through it. Will Kios be as brazen as before? Flashes come through, forces the Molotov just in case. They're scared of the possibility of this rush. Gamerlegion will call it off for now. They are going to go late. Is there a late flash to follow? Isaac throws it out. 910 blinded, so is Blitz. The shot misses. 910 follows up and drops the bomb, but he is dead eventually. 3 kills is all you can ask for, and then some, but it's got to be a retake here for the Mongolz.
Yeah, when you left 910 there with the AWP alone, you knew that there's a world where you're going to be retaking this B site, and as you say, he's kind of lived up to his side of the bargain, so now it's down to everyone else to play their part. Smokes go in. It's an exec. It's a full exec of the B site. It's going to lock out the man back at Coffins, and they look to catch A-Core in rotation, punishing him after his shot. Isaac swinging out and now disappearing into the smoke. Azteca, what do you want to do? He looks to back out, and Isaac finds it. Maybe the kits drop down towards Banana, but that gets so awkward, and Isaac plays it well.
I mean, he had time to smoke the bomb, tap it, and presuming Isaac goes through on that tap, he can get back on. But yeah, maybe he thought he was CT and had reset. Maybe he was going for the kit. I don't know, but that was ugly for Azteca. Yeah, Techno drops it. There, that's where Techno drops it. And so he did have to go back for it, but pulls his knife out and jumps. That's twice Azteca has been caught, just, you know, jumping out of position in this CT side. Very strange to see that in a 1v1. Just need to stay aim on the whole time. Great clutch for Isaac. And crucial entries again to this B bomb site. gamerlegion are back in business. Another entry from csgo up top B. And as dominant as the first map was for the Mongolz, gamerlegion look to return the favor.
It is crazy just how much fear one man is able to put in them over at B. csgo's got that opening, and look what it's done. Like, the Mongolz, sure, they only have pistols. They're playing the gamble stack here. But all that means is gamerlegion, this round is as good as theirs as long as they contain Mazzino down in the boiler room, and he's missed his timing. He might even miss this second chance at the timing from csgo walking out into middle. Oh, this is on a knife's edge.
He doesn't go, though. He doesn't know they're
Neither one
up.
of them know.
Oh,
and csgo turns back around and finds him. And now you know that that's the guy that's been opening up over at B. Your heart sinks a little bit here if you're the Mongolz. You know you're on the wrong side of the map. Plant now down, and so they've just got to save. They've got nearly a whole minute here to just sit around and think about it.
Yeah, doesn't feel good, does it? But for gamerlegion, what a resurgence, given that, you know, some of these players didn't even look really awake in that first map, and the Mongolz couldn't miss a beat. Even though they were making mistakes, they were still winning rounds. When gamerlegions were making mistakes, it was costing them rounds. It really has looked like a flipped script in this map. The Mongolz right now just need a round, need something to get in. gamerlegion will sweep the ball with them and go into overpass. In the same way that we were saying it's very important that gamerlegion find these last couple of rounds of Mirage, you know, get 5, 6 in a row on T side, warm up a little bit. Look at the effect that that's had. Mongolz need that if this is to be 3. Still savable here. Second timeout called, but it's now or never.
Yeah, something that's felt kind of notable is it feels like csgo is trying to beat them at their own game almost, right? With some of these smoke walks and whatnot we've seen.
Cheeky.
It's a very Blitz-esque move, you know? Blitz is someone who, when he sees a smoke, it's a golden ticket invite to come through and to check out what's on the other side and to try and make an unexpected play. And I feel like he gets away with them so often, right? Like, so often you'll see Blitz just walking some smoke, hitting some crazy timing, and finding these like very fruitful moments that other people just struggle to find. csgo is embodying that a little bit right now over towards Banana. There's no respect for the util. Where we see fire, where we see nades, he sees opportunity. And so, once again, the Mongolz try to come back in, taking Banana control away.
Yeah, only with 2 here, though. It's Techno spamming, baiting for Hezteka, both players on a single kill.
Coming through the smoke.
Yeah, they're hunting. They have no fear in their body. gamerlegion want these entries again. Molly will buy a bit more time. Meanwhile, they lose Blitz at top mid. Push through the mid-smoke is Volt for that entry. A taste of Mongol's own medicine, as you say. And 9-10 is getting hounded down. Still they're winning fights. Up by a man for now, locked out. 9-10 has to respect it, but the question is, will Volt? He goes through. That's a good bait, though. That's because 9-10 runs away.
Yeah.
And Techno's already there to help out. So Mongolz play together in this round, and they find a 4-on-2. Can they close?
We're in the upside down right now.
Yeah.
The usual rules of Counter-Strike are inverted. And so it's anyone's guess what's going to happen. Acor dead on the cross, tapped out by Techno. Beautifully done. It's going to leave it all on Nealon. 1v4, the bomb over in mid, and Mazzino, lovely spot over towards the back of the site. Goes unchecked, plays it nice and safe. And so the Mongolz, it takes them 9 rounds into this game, but they finally get their first on the board.
Isn't that around when gamerlegion got theirs as well? I'd like to say it was at least 7-0. So yeah, it's oh no, I think it was 6-1 actually when they came through. But yeah, gamerlegion not too worried. Immediate timeout to remedy the situation. The benefit for Mongolz is they keep it fairly clean with 4 players standing, so they're actually going to have a bit of money to fall back on. It's not just, you know, win a round in a clutch and then you're force buying MP9s. They knew when to give up Banana nicely there and then repelled gamerlegion, but really it's cocky smoke walks that, while it gets them in, it also sells them in that round. Acor's T-side AWP makes an appearance as well. Well, 9-10 give him what he wants.
Util exchanged over here at Banana. Techno with that little jump spot. That's ones that... the molly spreads. It catches Acor, trying to get boosted up on top of the logs.
And because Kios wasn't burning, he was like blocking him in, like, yeah, no, we're fine, we'll be okay. But it all happens so quick, doesn't it?
Acor's just screaming in the meantime.
Yeah, he's trying to get on his head.
Comms flustered as the util rained in over at Banana.
And Flustered Comms have been, you know, part of this Gamerlegion squad at this event so far. They've talked about it. You know, obviously, it comes with the territory of a new in-game leader and just, you know, new players in general. But we definitely saw that last map as well. Great grenades in this round. Kios down to 11. He's sticking with that AWP. Wall smoke. This can make many teams panic.
This is still a far better start to the round for the Mongolz, right? Because not only are they sat 5v4, obviously that part's just always great, but it's the fact that you've put, you know, like the kind of contestants to be the front men for Gamerlegion down low, right? Acor's out of the round, you don't have his AWP to worry about, not in the same way. Sure, Neelan can look to use it, but shouldn't be able to replicate the same sort of openings that Acor can, and with Kios down low, it forces him to be a bit more respectful. I say that, he's out on an island walking down long, all on his lonesome, trying to cook up a bit of a backstab, but his teammates make contact first. Now that's going to draw attention away. Blitz from the pit, deals with Kios, but he will still lose a teammate in the process, and Blitz is overran as well. Bomb now planted. Neelan and Isaac both low, tucked in at the back of the site. They're already getting challenged, and Hasteka takes matters into his own hands. Techno wasn't even nearby, wasn't even in position to assist with that retake. Hasteka just took the fights. He knew they would be trapped within, you know, a meter radius in the site, and so he wanted both of them, and he wanted them then. He didn't want to wait around for that rotate.
It's high risk, high reward, and it comes out on the latter. Techno flashed really high over CT, but it did nothing as we saw it. It didn't catch Gamerlegion at all somehow, just falling a little bit short. And yeah, Hasteka, if he dies there, that's such an issue for Techno, but the Mongols had to make a play, didn't they? And after Blitz's damage, calling they're both low, I've tagged them up. Hasteka finishes the job. So a crucial round from Hasteka. And Mongols don't get reset immediately, at least. They will sort of live to fight another day. Oh, this is so flustered, but recovered very well.
It's such a mad way to have played the 2v2, right? Especially on Inferno, where, like, just going a man down in a retake where crossfires are so good to be established in that A site. Like, you know, that makes or breaks the round for you.
It's as you say, though, you know where you have them for a modicum of a moment. Oh, that's a good molly. Oh, he didn't check it. Oh, that's a disaster. Kios was calling for a flash. That's why he waited in the molly for a tick or two. It's recoverable, but Hasteka in the smoke fade. Kios gets another B entry. This guy is unstoppable right now. Why not a third? Put him to bed.
It's just, we're watching a montage live, you know, from the other POV. It's one of those uploads, man. This is what it looks like, getting peeked by Kios. 9-10, ugly. Ugly stuff over in the boiler.
Not Mirage anymore, is it?
So this is meant to be the save, and I say meant to be the save because look at the minimap. Gamerlegion are all fanning out and hunting down this last man. Gamerlegion look right at home here on Inferno. This T side, fantastic.
Yeah.
You know, don't get me wrong, sure, Kios kind of taking a lot of the limelight, being this this star-studded entry over towards B, just winning them rounds by running through smokes, playing the fade, oftentimes not really requiring any support. Like, it just kind of feels like the other guys are surplus to requirement here, but even outside of that, in the rounds where it hasn't been him opening them up, it's been very put together for Gamerlegion. In the ones where they go a little slower and they get a little trickier with it, they're playing the mind game with the Mongols and they're winning it there, so it feels good for Neelan right now.
Yeah, and it's, you know, he's making a lot of individual plays, but they're backed up. He's getting flashes from his team up Banana. He's getting assisting players who are happy to get a second chance there at Gamerlegion.
I mean, that's even...
Oh dear, they are flustered right now, aren't they?
Okay. Blitz is going to try and make up
great
for it.
flash.
Flash in. They know they've got him blind, and that Mag 7 is removed. 9-10 on his AWP. Sure, you're going to get the trade, but all that does is send Gamerlegion elsewhere, further afield. They've spotted the AWP, but Azteca will nail the shot. Drops in a molly. He's looking to fight for this, and Kios just goes running through. He really has taken a page from the Mongolz book here. Not respecting any util, but a gap in the CT smoke. Will that be their undoing? Techno playing it close, and they've re-smoked it. He's already through this. He knows it's not B. That bomb is going back to join up with Isaac in the A site. 9-10's moving in. He's got to know that if they're leaving B like this, it's because they already have A.
And he can't stop the bomb. What a great routing for Neelan going through apps. Even though Kios dies to the flank, Neelan will get the plant guaranteed. That molly will ensure it. Oh, going through. Where? Oh, what? He swings! He goes for it! And now Isaac's been sold on his own. 1v2, he's got to hunt this down, get that bomb. Great shot turning around, and he even sees a second player on shore. Isaac's got that plant. Techno doesn't call the bluff, and will move in after the fact. He's hunting, but Isaac wins the round. There is no way they win that after Neelan swings with 10 seconds, trying to change position on that plant. I mean, he had the molly down. He could just stick it. There's no reason. It doesn't matter. And Gamerlegion really are Mongolz from last map, because it doesn't matter what mistakes they make. Someone saves them. Kios opening by running through Molotovs, and Isaac pulling out a clutch with seconds to spare.
Yeah, and I think, you know...
You wanted to smoke Moto?
Yeah, I think that he did have the smoke pulled out in his hand, right? But that's yeah, it's wild. Regardless, I think you're seeing the pressure, that same pressure from yesterday, even in the heroic game, creeping back into their minds. That idea that, wow, we had a really good first map, and now look at how the second one's going. Look at the start they've gotten off to. Look at the scoreline they've got to make up. The bridges they have to cross to get back into this game. It's not going to be easy. And early on, you know, you were still believing that you could recover this half. Now the best you're looking at is 5, and that's highly unlikely.
Yeah. Pistols about to get pounced upon in the A site. The bomb's coming back as well. Boost on long, not spotting A core. We might just walk through, because that's what wonders in this T side. Blitz can't even get the gun. And the Mongolz are left alone at B, throwing a flash only further sells this for Gamerlegion. They know what's up. They come to Kios. 11-2. An absolute statement of a map for Gamerlegion. This is what we wanted to see from this squad. This is what, you know, has been missing. Kios with a lights-out game right now, and all of the supporting cast. No one was alive on Mirage but A-Core. He's not even really required right now.
No, I mean, he's been T-side AWPing, right? Which we know it can be a strugglesome time to even feel hyper-involved. And I think that's made even harder by the fact that these rounds are ending in a handful of kills, it feels like. Bit of a change of strategy here for the Mongolz. They want to have a bit more say in how these rounds play out. So Blitz goes for a hero play down through mid. And with the knife pulled, he finds himself the double. 9-10 was backing him up, and Blitz continues to fight for this. Teammates falling all around the map. It's all on Isaac now, and they know where he is. They've got him boxed into this tiny area that 9-10 is just bearing down on with the AWP. And the Mongolz are trying to go on a tiny 2-round streak to close out this first half. That's 1 round done. They now need the next to salvage this 4-11 scoreline.
Yeah, it's more like it, right? A sign of life. They throw themselves at Gamerlegion for a change instead of just letting you know, these constant harassment B rounds come through for Kios. But it's not something you can run back to back. So they go straight away for the double AWP in trying to change the tune. Gamerlegion send Kios back up Banana with a vengeance, and I fear for the Mongolz here. Boost on Neelan. And he catches a lot of damage there. Nades over the wall could go a long way. Azteca will eat them. But he can't hit the shot through the Molotov. Kios again does what he does best. It's only the molly that stops him this time in front of the smoke. They're going to wait it out, and then they can go.
A-Core's had enough of just sitting around on the AWP. He's trying to make one of these smoke pushes happen. Everyone seems keen to do it for Gamerlegion. Neelan down in the pool, not knowing about from Blitz, who is up on this boost, but gets out with a double. Feels like Blitz never quite feels the pressure the same way. Always good for a multi-kill, it feels like, but does he know when to stop? Instead, he wants to keep on going, keep battling through these smokes in the spawn, and that will prove to betray the Mongols here. It's just 9-10 left in Gamerlegion. They're still looking pretty active, considering they're 3v1 in the post plant. They're taking space, and it's Kioz looking to end it in a cocky way.
Yeah.
He wanted the knife. Yeah, I mean, you know, a pistol round would put them in the right direction. It would basically cross the finish line for him. So this round's weighted very, very heavily if you're Gamerlegion. You want to put your best foot forward in this second half. You could do it all right now. And a very little worries moving forward. Nealon. Volt getting flashed into this top banana fight. They retake it a little later. And then they go running into 9-10 with the follow-through on that aggression. That is going to peel one player back to B, but Volt now is recommitting to this push, and he's cleared out Banana. As a result, Gamerlegion know that the Mongols aren't heading this way. Now they spot players over in mid, and it starts to feel obvious where this play is looking to end up.
This double setup is so dirty for Gamerlegion. Look at this. Acor and the Julies moving forward, though, catches Blitz in position. Now it's up to the USP from the back of the site as well. The 1-2 punch of Gamerlegion. Acor's really trying to force these fights. He doesn't need to. They're grouped up now. 3 players attacking this site. Isaac goes 1 for 1. Acor looking for more, and he's all that stands here between the Mongols and a pistol round. He might have it in the palm of his hand. 4 shots in the gun, but only 1 needs to hit on either team. He fires off 2. Oh! Final bullet. Dangerous for Acor, but he makes it work. 3 kills in that pistol, and Gamerlegion recover.
That is a mad way for the pistol round to culminate, isn't it? Both players a shot away from death. Both players low on ammo. And both players so hungry for that round, but for very different reasons. For Gamerlegion, this is the one that looks to propel them towards the finish line, towards that 3rd map and the shot at redemption in this series. For the Mongols, that was your lifeline. And Acor just cut it. Force buy in for the Mongols, and actually 9-10's going to open it up with the Deagle. Not a shabby way to start the round. The push out of Acor is crazy. Look at him go. He's trying to meet them in the middle.
Only issue is there's an M4 now down in ult, and so I'd like to see Azteca just focus on picking that up and making the most of this round. He's going for it. Gamerlegion. They won't move for now. Oh, it's up in apartments. They can make a mid-round move down Banana if they want and get curious. And then confirm it to Isaac, because he is out too, yeah. Isaac's very low back in pit.
Both the M4s are over towards A.
Here's that mid-round move. But they could get traded.
Oh, they line up. They walked into his crosshair. Home delivery on the double kill for Blitz. And just like that, B is cracked open. Isaac low. Not looking too healthy as he embarks on this 1v2. And he might never even try. Just tuck tail and run away.
I respect it. He's going for the M4 and apps, presumably. And yeah, it's not very realistic clutch with no kit, no health, no nades. Mongolz will certainly be set up to trade, and they are both at the back of the bomb site. So, yeah, I actually like the re-aggression down Banana for Gamerlegion. It's just very awkward that Blitz is still T-spawn, catches a nice double kill there. But you know, the danger of not doing anything in that 3-on-2 is Isaac gets pounced on. He goes 0 for 1, just dies because he's low health back in pit, and then the Mongols have a 2-on-2 post spawn, and you've got to retake. If anything, being active is the better way to play it. You can catch them setting up in middle. You can backstab. You confirm to Isaac that they're coming A, but of course it doesn't play out like that, does it? Blitz is in the perfect position at the perfect time. And the Mongols run away with a force by 4-13. Not really looking at the comeback yet. But the Mongols still have to try.
Yeah, I mean, also, if the Mongols can start streaking together rounds, one thing that they have is a bit of a saving grace. The Gamerlegion didn't by the time they found their footing. It's like Gamerlegion didn't really start stringing rounds. I mean, they didn't string rounds together till the Mongols were at 15, right? And so you have at least got sure, not a lot of wiggle room. It's more like squirming space, if you'd be willing to give it that.
Is that your new business? It's just a little room.
It's a very small, like a cupboard.
Yeah, but there's enough. You can move. You can squirm. Right now, Aztec is squirming in the corner at top B. He's been smoked off. Mongolz going for a very slow default round. Careful with this mid peak because there's 4 players ready to meet. And Blitz is dead immediately. Oh dear. That's how these unravel.
That might bog them down in trying to get a trade out of this, right? Trying to get something for the lost man. Azteca still has all this real estate over at B, and he's just been re-smoked. He should calm that across in the meantime. So they know that the util is almost out on the B side. Yet still, the Mongolz following through with the top mid take. They find the kills, so they might be able to make this work after all. Battling their way in. They've successfully found a route to win the round here. The one that was the most fraught with danger, but they've done it. Creating a hole over at the A site. And so now finding a 5th. Even Azteca here to deny the saves right near the end. What you don't want him to do is to die and give an AK over.
Yeah, they're too far really to go hunting. So as long as he takes down at least 1 kill here, it's fine to be traded. But good clear. Kiel's gone, and now Isaac, holding off a dear life, will escape with his rifle. 5 rounds. Baby steps in the right direction here for the Mongolz. Can't say it's impossible, but gamerlegion will have to see what their game plan is when they hit gun rounds, right? So much of the T side came off of 1 or 2 men. Finding those multi-kills over at B was Kiel's. So we're going to have to be able to rely on everyone here on the CT side as Mongolz attempt to find the weakness. Ideas getting shared already, but it's only the 1 gun.
Now's the time for these little gimmicks like the boost, right? Especially when you've got so many bodies over towards Banana. So they assemble that boost immediately and they put the M4 up on top of the half wall. This is a nice way to try and put this 1 gun to use. You almost wanted him to face first. Maybe that kill baits them up Banana, but the flash to complement it, that boost has to be disassembled. And so now the rifle moving away from the B site, going to go reinforce A. gamerlegion played heavy over at Banana. When they lose that first fight, they're trying to keep the Mongolz guessing. And so they will just commit to this A stack. Might come a point. Yeah, boost around the smoke again. It's always good. Like the more ways you can find to create opportunities for this 1 gun, the better. And so if Isaac wants a boost, you boost him.
But they're probing B. Techno, if he walks in right now, he clears this and they win the round. They're not committed on mid yet. They're looking pretty cautious right now, though, so there is still a world that this stack gets walked right into. And Neelan just playing to enforce CT spawn will let them through. They're going for a B split.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good because they're going to kill Neelan. That will only push them in the right direction, and Mongolz will avoid this stack. Isaac can save again, but there's no other guns to retrieve just yet, and Mongolz should try and keep it that way. I mean, this is a dangerous 50-50 for Mazzino. He probably needs to commit to one side or the other. He's using his timings right now. And they're all here, lined up. Good trade, and that will give Acor a gun. So I'd love to just see gamerlegion run away with this. Even if it's only a Galil.
6-13. You're not worried yet if you're gamerlegion, but I tell you what, man, these CT leads are notoriously hard to put away, especially because on this map as well, like, the economy comes into play a lot. You're going to be saving a lot, so Inferno is one where the kind of 2-for-1 rounds that you can have on other maps are a little less prevalent. These two kind of remind me of us, Hugo.
Yeah, following Acor around.
One's ginger.
Yeah.
The other's kind of ginger.
Both are cocks.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go, gamerlegion. It's what we've been waiting for. Kiel's on an MP9 to facilitate enough nades to go for a full banana take.
Oh, are these actually his chickens?
Oh, yeah, they're his. He took them. Well. Oh,
wow.
Bit of a massacre in spawn. Not very cool of you. But also, you don't want them following you around and actually making noise in a live round. Whoa!
I saw on the fly run boost in the air. Azteca, that's the last thing you're ready for.
He went flying.
You're wondering, how on earth is he so deep? So ready and so set up in such a short amount of time. Well, we saw the fancy legwork that went into accomplishing that. Volt's picked up another in the meantime, and so this one has started off in a pretty dire fashion for the Mongols. 2 players down as they try to regroup, try to refocus and hit this A site. But they need something monstrous to bring them back into the fold here. One man up on the balcony. Techno's got to check for this. He will. Lands the dink, but not the killing blow. Outside of that 1 bit of damage, nothing else comes up well for the Mongols. This one falls on deaf ears. As 9-10, with a minute left, wants to save this orb, but that is a long time still remaining. Gamerlegion are going to pressure him before that timer runs out.
Yeah, he has to fight just for survival right now. They face him together, and it's a good trade from Volt. A curious round for the Mongols where they just try and play 2 very early timings, right? One just going through the B smoke, Blitz walking up short, hoping no one's looking at it yet. But when neither work out, you get caught looking very silly and very out of position. Check this run boost again. What a great play for Neelan. Just throwing him down banana, already on top of the logs, the last place you're looking. The whole time, Akor's throwing fallen flashes as well, so even as the Mongols come through the smoke, they're blind. Gamerlegion looking to finish what they started. 14-6. Boost up as well for Akor. Oh, that's a good opener.
Oh, another one found just on both sides of the map. Successes for the Mongols. Rack up here. Gamerlegion, whether or not they can find 15 here and now is all going to come down to one man, but it's Kios who's been a master of this B site. Back of the site as the flashes rain on over. Kios, will he have another moment? The util is actually too good. It stopped the Mongols from moving into him. Instead, Isaac rings out with one through the smoke. They've bypassed him, but this is awkward. They've traded places around the smoke. This should benefit Azteca. He's considering Kios, you madman. Why on earth are you ready for that? He's got a teammate at the coffins even. This one gets really weird now. The bomber's up and left B in the meantime, going all the way back over the way. But Gamerlegion have got that even odds. The 3v3. Positions alone make the retake a little awkward here. Awkward is not impossible, though.
That smoke may make it so, however. They've got a Molotov as well. Orb on long. Yeah, Gamerlegion realize it's too far gone. They've got to give it up. Just out of position. And even though Azteca makes a crazy play, do you think he got spotted by Coffins? There was a little gap under the smoke, so when, Kios turned around to look at New Box for a second, maybe he saw his foot. But even so, that's crazy that he even considered it. And Gamerlegion, for good reason, full rotated. Wait, oh, he got his orb. Full rotated off the back of that B play. It was coming in until Azteca got position, just told him to rotate out. He was about to cause as much ruckus as he could on the B bomb site. Turns
What's
out no
wild
is
enough. Like those flashes are like the whole reason the Mongols even went back and explored elsewhere, right? Like they locked out that 4-man unit from actually progressing into B so effectively that they went for the whole different option of letting the A player have a little bit of room and scouting out that side of the map was empty. They've gone back to Banana again, taking it quickly. Blitz runs up, finds number 1. Kios, this is exactly what you were doing on the T side, man. Now you've got to try and fight against it.
They don't have to commit. 5-on-4 at minute 30 is a fantastic beginning to the round for Mongols, and they put Gamerlegion into uncertain water. Re-aggression with that Molotov. There's no flash, though. They could line up again. Techno, good spray.
Oh.
Both headshots. How does he do it? They're always headshots with this guy.
That looked so clean, didn't it?
Yeah.
So controlled. Because you're dead on. It kind of had to be headshots. You weren't going to get traded. You know, you weren't going to transfer and body shot the second guy. It had to be immediate. But he makes it look easy.
Does indeed. They really are a T-sided team. Does feel that way. But again, the big worry is just the sheer lead gamerlegion have in their pocket. Exits here are important. Acorn needs this orb. Good shooting. Sees a third as well. If he backs up any further, he's in trouble, however. Isaac can't truly cover him if he wants to retreat. Acorn just re-aggresses for a third. These exits, while they may not matter a huge amount to Mongolz, they matter extremely to gamerlegion. Don't send any more in. They need the money. He's really going for it. He knows there was a Dinks player. But there's enough to buy for the Mongolz. It's just one more casualty would have actually been a problem.
Well, the money for gamerlegion's in a bit of an odd place, and they can buy here, and I hope they do, honestly. You know, I know oftentimes we're on like the more conservative approach, but with all the damage that was done denying that hunt at the end, I think this is like a very lucrative opportunity for gamerlegion. Acor has kind of crafted you a spot where you could win the whole game right now because the Mongolz tried so hard to remove that orb from play.
Yeah.
Both teams are going to have guns in this round. Both teams are going to have almost everything they need, and both squads are sat teetering on the edge of running out of money, and for one of them, that is a far bigger problem than the other. If the Mongolz go broke now, they go to a third. So this is a chance for gamerlegion, crafted in shutting down that hunt in the last round. Acor run boosted across. There's no doubt that he's still feeling it. He wants to be involved early with the AWP, and he's at least cleared out all these sight lines down towards second mid, but that's when Mazzino swings him. Luckily enough, Kios will make up for it over here on the B side of the map. So on two sides, you see these engagements come out. One of them is success for the Mongolz, the other one falling into a bit of an awkward engagement versus the AWPs.
Neelan lands a big nade, though, down Banana, hitting 3 players. And Volt, what an aggressive move. They won't full rotate just yet because there's still gaps in middle, but they need to pull a second player over as soon as possible. Mongolz look like they want to go through this smoke. They don't have one down in CT yet. Are they going to drive faces? The AWP is just ready. Kios picks it apart, and Neelan finds 2 more. They try and go contact to catch gamerlegion off, but they walk right into their crosshairs with no util down, and Neelan looks like he wants the whole enchilada through the smoke as he finds a third, and that is enough from the captain, putting 15 on the board for gamerlegion. Oh dear, a cheeky attempt for Mongolz, and now that hunting from the previous, that damage that you mentioned, it does come into play. We will not see more than 1 AK-47 in this round for the Mongolz.
That's a lie, Hugo. You'll see 2.
Oh.
Because Hasteka is playing.
Oh, he played for
no
nothing.
armor.
Okay.
He's got nothing. He's been dropped the Tech 9 over, and he's put an AK into play.
It's a good teammate.
A very selfless decision, sure. Will that second AK be the missing piece, the missing element? Hang on.
They smoked the molly.
Yeah. Oh, man.
That's one way to do it.
Blitz gets blown out the water, and Kios has delivered another one from the ramp. That looked wild. I'm so glad we got to see that chain of events unfold. Kios just calm and collected, comms along the line. Like, yeah, one's logs, by the way. Throw a nade in. Full faith that that kill was going to get delivered, and then that gave him the element of surprise when he fought ramp.
It's one way to do it, indeed.
That's one of the guns gone, and irretrievable. You've lost Banana. You don't get that AK. You don't pass go. You don't collect 200. Oh. They're going straight to jail here and straight to overpass. Just Techno left standing, and it's only a matter of time before he finds Kios, of course.
Excellent shot, but yeah, it means to nothing but a third map for Techno.
Yeah, they're holding him for mid. Everyone's trying to face him. Everyone wants to fight him here. They just want this one done. They want it put to rest right now. And all that stands between them and that third map of overpass is Techno 4K. And there's the closeout of